Hi, good morning. I just wanted to make a quick video this morning about my thoughts on auras, Falun Gong, and Sainthood. So, when I was a patient in Riverview and I was staying there, I was talking to a patient by the name of Philip. And as we were walking back from Penn Hall back to Central Lawn Building, he asked me if I wanted my aura read. And I didn't really believe in stuff like that, like people that could see auras or anything like that, or if this guy could see auras, I didn't know. But then I kind of looked at him and said, okay. And he said, your aura is yellow. So I didn't really think anything of it at that time. It was just right before my chemical crucifixion, as I would describe it. Well, I've already been repeatedly chemically crucified, but I maintained my composure and didn't really. I thought maybe they were just making mistakes or something, or but I didn't really know what was going on at the time. But he said that my aura was yellow or turning yellowish, and so I didn't think anything of it. But then that was like right before the big 3 day the long chemical ordeal that I sustained at this needle, which was very painful, very painful. I didn't know what was going on, but I showed a lot of forbearance and I maintained, even though I suffered at the hands of people and I felt like I'd experienced a lot of injustices. I didn't lash out or attack anyone. I maintained my composure throughout this ordeal. So if you, people aren't going to understand this or necessarily believe in these things, but forbearance is basically the ability to remain steadfast and faithful despite a long period of suffering. It's one of the tenets of Falun Gong. Truthfulness, compassion, and forbearance. One of their colors that they like to be under is yellow. People that usually walk this path in Christianity or Catholicism, they're usually revered as saints or martyrs. Basically, it's sainthood. People that have walked this path historically that we've observed, that people in the Roman Catholic Church have observed and recorded, have been noted to be saints, dying for their faith and enduring a lot of suffering throughout their life, and attaining that level of power or obtaining that right. And a lot of people are probably saying this guy is crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about, or once you die, there's nothing. I mean, what's the sainthood? What's all this stuff he's talking about? So basically, these types of people, if you're the type of person that was kind of like picked second last or last in school when the kids were on each side picking teams, when you walk into a room, you're kind of like sitting like on the wall at dances and like kind of like keep to yourself. You're a loner, kind of introverted. Maybe you're the butt of a lot of jokes. You're the type of person when you walk into a room, you talk to people, and then when you walk away, most people are talking about you or talking behind your back and basically making fun of you. So, or just making jokes about you. And you have to get used to that if you're this type of person. And this is probably the path that you're meant to walk. So, and like, and historically, like if you watch like old movies or things like that, you could also become the type of person that engages like 99 people on a battlefield all by yourself. Like, who are these people? Who were they before they became these people on Earth? That's probably, if you follow this path and walk this path, that's probably who you are. Should be a omnivore or a herbivore, vegetarian, or don't eat too much meat, and also, very steadfast in your belief and your faith despite everything that's going on to you, and you've basically been bullied pretty much your whole life and been the butt of everyone's jokes. So you're the type of person that when you walk in, everyone is basically hushed and they stop talking about you, and then when you leave the room, they all start talking about you. And but this isn't for everyone. Falun Gong, I mean, you have to really read it and see what it's saying. And if you say I'm crazy, then really read it again and see what it's saying. It's saying that you, despite hardship and despite a long period of suffering, you will be still maintain your faith. You'll show compassion and still and not lose it and kill a bunch of people. You'll show restraint and self-control. So I've studied some people that have been like high school shooters and people that have done one of the worst domestic acts of terrorism on earth was Timothy McVeigh. Maybe those people didn't have the same sources and connections to religion, and maybe they thought this is all there is to life and that's it, and but those people were probably naturally meant to walk this path. Had things gone different for them and they not lashed out and lost it, I'm not saying they weren't. I don't know what happened to them after they died. I mean, that was their choice to do those things, but they could have been destined for greater things. But that's not showing a lot of self-control and restraint, despite enduring a long term of suffering or anything like that. That's basically losing yourself and losing yourself to the world, and not taking a lot from this place and learning from it, and basically lashing out on people and losing your, well, not losing your temper, but losing a part of yourself. And that's kind of sad in a sense. But definitely Timothy McVeigh, the Columbine high school shooters, those people are people that were bullied, didn't necessarily fit in, and maybe they didn't have the right, weren't steadfast in faith, or didn't have the right connections to a good religion. And you should ask yourself, why is this happening to me? Is it other people that, is there something wrong with people, or is there something wrong with me? And it's a little bit of both. Maybe there is something about you that is different, maybe naturally, but there's lots of people like that. Maybe there's things you can do to improve, to get along with people, or to not do that. But if you walk the path of a saint, or you are on this path of Falun Gong, or whatever it is that they like to describe it as, you are basically presenting yourself as a target, and you are basically going to be being the butt of the jokes. You have to be show a lot of humility, and part of being learning humility is to be humiliated and to just take it in and just that's just people's reaction to you, and there's nothing wrong with that. And hopefully, if you remain on this path, you'll inherit something greater. Call me crazy. I don't know who it is that's torturing these Falun Gong people, mutilating them, sparking them, chemically torturing them. But it may even be someone that understands Falun Gong an extreme amount. And but you'll say we're crazy, that these religious types. Then this isn't for you. This isn't for everyone. But just make no mistake, if someone wasn't here enforcing the law and protecting this society, this really is the path you would have probably ended up taking anyways. Just naturally, that's just how things would have worked out. You would have died a gruesome death, been tortured, been like lots of the saints that happened to when they began to that happens to lots of people, certain people. Some that doesn't happen to, but some people that does. And you're just one of those people. If you just you're just one of those people, and I would describe myself as one of those people that I don't know what it is. I'm a loner. I don't necessarily fit in with the crowd, and that's just how I am. And you have to accept that and learn from that. And maybe there's some things about yourself that you can improve, and try to get along well with others. Or maybe you should just keep to yourself and you like your alone time. But be religious, think, and just be reflective and think this through. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. That's all for now. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.